mate. Which one?
The one with the grey hair.
Right. There you go. Right, I'm going to leap onto the blue now. When I say leap, I mean step. And when I mean step, I mean sort of saunter. How are we all? Oh, that doesn't sound very good. How are we all? That's better. You're in the room now. Now, please excuse me. I'm going to turn my back on you in a minute. But I won't do it yet because I'm just going to tell you what bowls the players are playing with. So Robert this afternoon is playing with Drake's Pride XP size 4. And Daniel is playing with Henselite Tiger Pro size 3. Thank you for that. So yeah, so we're just about to get underway. Don, why are you taking a photo of my crotch? All right, thank you. I know I'm wearing tight trousers, but that's ridiculous. Hey, you keep your nose out of it, you. Are you still here? Yeah. See, look at him. It's like a $6 million man. Look at that. Maybe not. Maybe about 30 quid. So, right. How long? 50 or 15 of 10 minutes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the International Arena here for the Just 2018 World Indoor Championships here at Potter's Resort. We're joined by a very jovial crowd this afternoon. And of course, welcome to all our viewers on YouTube and of course on Facebook Live. We get a little cheer there. So, let's get the players out. First out, from Wales, runner-up in last year's World Pairs, Professional Bowls Association qualifier, Daniel Salmon. And of course, Daniel's opponent this afternoon, we've just seen him run across the blue as well, funny enough. World rank number 6, England international, Robert Paxton. Far away, ricochet, you take your aim. Far away, shoot me down, bound and bound, I am titanium. Thank you very much. I'll now hand you over to the commentary box where you'll find Jason Parkinson and Dan Blewett.
Thanks very much, Sean. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome down here for the Just World Indoor Bowls Championships 2018, hosted by Potter's Resort. Joining me in the commentary box this afternoon is Dan Blewett. Good afternoon, Dan.
Afternoon, Jason. Nice to be here again.
Thanks for joining us. Another cracking game on the cards this afternoon.
Yeah, a good one this morning. Hopefully another cracker this afternoon and the whole day. 4 good games.
Certainly is.
Set length 28 metres.
Just having a quick practice. We've both been putting them very, very close.
Daniel, no stranger to this green last year. Runner up in the open pairs.
That's right. Played very well indeed. PKs are just settling down nice and early.
Occasionally can take a couple of ends to settle right into it, even after the trial ends. A few minutes in the back, composing their thoughts.
That's right. People coming back from lunch to go out for the crowd just to settle as well. So just dropping another one just a little bit short. Bit of a nervy start. So Daniel Salmon, obviously from Wales, plays across in Cardiff, the Cardiff Indoor Bowls Club. Good ball by Robert.
Two good openers.
Two red.
Both players finding the centre of the green, so they've obviously got the line okay.
So Daniel looking for a little bit of a correction now. Won't want to drop another one short. Looks very good.
Pleased with that one.
One green. No, it's about just under a quarter of an inch.
Probably looking to come up on the back of that, get a little tap to his own two.
That's right. Crack an egg on the back of it. Jack travels quite quick on here. So
Good
just
line
going to
here.
hold up. Oh, well played.
Two red.
Good ball indeed there.
Couple of choices here: follow his own ball down, pick it up, or open hand his backhand draw.
Yeah, his backhand obviously is a left-handed player. Is he far enough? So,
Probably got a similar shot on his forehand.
correct. Yeah, spare shot for Robert.
Draw within a foot or so. I think he'll be happy with the two so far, though. Early doors.
Always nice to get off to a good start. Well played again. Just needs to stay up.
Close. It's, two
Three
people
shots,
saw
Robert
at the
Paxton.
Special Olympics this year. Louise Dewey.
So ideal start for Robert. Takes first blood in this game. 3 shots. And if you have just joined us, don't forget, it's 2 sets of 9 ends. And then if we can't split the players, we go into a 3-end tie break.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
We had a question in before, Dan, about when there's a ball leaning, about when it's still becomes a toucher. So one of the bowls was leaning, the next player sent his bowl, and the ball fell onto the jack whilst the ball was still in motion.
Okay, it can still be a toucher until the next bowl is released, delivered. So as soon as it's delivered, it can no longer be a toucher if it hasn't already touched. So we're just watching for the bowl to be released. There's been a few bowls actually sitting on their grips today for a long, long time and then falling eventually.
Yes, Les had one earlier that was sat against the seam, wasn't
That's
it?
right, yeah, it sat on the seam for ages. And quite a few bowls later on were falling over. Just had to tell the players that after they'd seen the head and gone back and completely changed the head almost a few times.
Two red.
That ball there just falling against the seam and falling back.
So, yard of pace needed from Daniel. There's the seam again.
One green. Both about just over a foot off the jack.
On green marker Mike Davies there telling us that green's holding shot. Still a foot or so room to draw in.
So, a chance now for Daniel to add a second. There's plenty of room this end. Out on a good line. Chop short. Doesn't like it. So.
Still plenty of chances for both players. One bowl left.
That's right. Still plenty of room to draw.
Yeah, Rob to trail the jack for a foot or so for 2. Daniel just to draw in for 2.
So Robert's out on a good line. Bias taking effect now. Strong bias bowl. Looks good. Well played, Robert.
Yeah, could have made it 2 for himself.
It's not easy for Daniel now. He's nothing past the jack. Nice dead draw.
Yeah, he'd be disappointed with those 3 short bowls.
Certainly will be.
2 shots, Robert Paxton.
It's strange because, like I said earlier, I was
Set
watching them
score,
practice.
5-0
They're putting them
after
very,
2
very
ends.
close indeed.
Yeah, it's strange how the game changes your mindset.
I suppose when you're practicing, you're more relaxed.
Yep. Got to get game head on.
Certainly have. Don't forget, if you are joining us for the rest of the day, next game on,
Jack
Stuart
length,
Anderson
28.5 metres.
plays Perry Martin. Straight after this. If you can't stay with us, you can catch up with everything on the worldbowlstour.tv and Twitter at WBT_TV. And don't forget, if you are following us on Facebook, don't forget to like the page and we'll keep you updated all times with live scorings.
Daniel's no stranger to this portable ring. Last year, getting to the final of the World Pairs, and in 2014, again here in the World Singles. So he's used to the carpet, used to the shot clock.
That's right, certainly is.
So the atmosphere won't affect him, I don't
1
think.
red.
Certainly the atmosphere he would have experienced last year in the World Pairs final would have been something he's never experienced before, but shouldn't phase him now.
No, definitely not. Plays at international level. Always big followings there.
12 inches. Red.
So in for a double. I was going to say he needs to play at this. It's very close.
Take them both out here. Gets a split. It's unlucky.
Taking one away. His ball stayed on the confines of the rink at the back.
1 red.
Maybe just loosening his arm up there, Dan.
Yeah,
A lot of short bowls. Just ease him into this.
he's a very quick bowler. Once he's made his mind up, he's very quick on the mat.
Certainly is. Don't think this is reaching.
Yeah, who knows whether he was trying to reach or put a blocker in. I would have thought he was trying to reach there.
Yeah, I thought he would be just drawing for another, definitely.
Wouldn't want his own bowl to be taken out. To leave him 2 or 3 down.
Playing pace again.
Yeah,
Anything?
good line.
Green onto red.
Yeah, he's got a good result
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, certainly
shot,
good
Daniel
ball.
Salmon.
on the board. That should set them down a
Set
little
score
bit.
5-1 after 3 ends.
Gain control of the mat, dictate the length.
Yeah, I think sometimes you are just struggling for length. Sometimes it is better just to play the weighted shot. Guaranteed to reach the head that way. We were mentioning earlier that Les used to be, you know, one of the quicker players. He's slowed himself down.
Yeah, it's a marked change in Les's action now. It's very
Yep.
deliberate.
Jack length 27
Certainly
and a half
working.
metres.
Doesn't rush it, no, exactly. Doesn't rush any shots. Uses his time wisely.
Doesn't like this one.
Suggesting it's short again, but it's still coming.
Yeah, like I say, he looked up to the sky. It's just a bit quick.
Oh, quick this time. And certainly I find, Jason, when I've played a weighted shot, my next bowl is difficult to keep back.
Yeah, it's a skill in itself, certainly.
And the bowl just rolling over the seam there, going sideways along it. There's various joins in the carpet up the length, about 4.5 metres apart. All part of the game.
A little smile there from Daniel.
1 red.
It's actually better than he thought. I think. So, change of hand for Robert. Looking to reach this green bowl.
Daniel will plug away on his forehand. Decent track, decent weight this time.
It's not far off it. Well played.
1 green.
So a couple of choices now for Robert. Follow it down, sit the green bowl.
Still got either hand choice. Similar line to Daniel's previous bowl.
Just slightly overplayed it. So, chance for Daniel now. Nice draw. Little tickle on the jack is a bonus.
Yeah,
Make 3 shots.
2 or 3.
Very similar.
How's his face reacting this time? Doesn't dislike it.
Waving it back.
Slightly overplayed maybe.
Yep.
So we'll be trying to sit on the shot bowl. Perhaps nudge it out for maybe a couple himself.
Slightly stronger bias bowl, Robert. Well, he's stalking this down the green. Has he reached? Unusual.
1 shot, Daniel Salmon.
He's got away with it there a little bit. There's a room there for Rob to draw in.
Certainly has.
Set score 5-2 after 4 ends.
So the early salvo is a slight advantage for Rob. 5-2 up.
That's right. Won't want to let Robert Paxton get in front of him by too many.
At 2 ends apiece. So
Great view there of the auditorium. Good crowd in this afternoon.
Jack length 28 metres.
Good reply from Robert. Just sneaked in. Still about a foot of room though. Daniel will be looking just to promote his own ball or just slip round the outside.
One red.
Again, he's just struggling
The
for that
gap on
pace.
yours,
He is just
over 12 inches.
just too many short balls at the moment.
Last ball, 2 foot.
Robert on the forehand. Looking for dead pace. It will come back there with dead pace. Tucking behind the green bowls. It's looking good.
Yeah, that's well,
Two
well
red.
bowled, well hidden away.
I think Daniel needs to certainly reach this now.
Must have heard you, Jason.
Yes. Just looks too inviting. Wants a good result now.
Oh, that is a good result. As long as that green stays on, I don't think it will do.
He's following it.
Oh, it's
Just fell
dropped
in.
in the ditch.
Literally one turn too many. It'd have been a good bowl that if it had stayed on the end.
Yeah.
But gives himself a chance.
Yeah, it's now a 2-1 bowl draw off. Shootout even. Rob's got 2 chances to get closer. Daniel's got 1.
Yeah, doesn't need to be too fancy with this bowl. Anything within a yard to begin with will be great.
Yeah, he's got 3 metres to play with beyond the tee where the nearest short bowl is.
Oh, it's counting. Plenty of room.
Probably 5 or 6 feet, even more for Daniel to get in.
It's out on a good line. What's your weight like, Daniel?
I think he might be struggling.
Has he
again.
reached again?
1 red.
So, a bit of a let off for Robert. Anything within about 7 feet to draw for another.
And the pace can change in the arena as the heat builds up with the spectators.
That's right, so looks
Just
like
make
a
it
2.
little bit
2
quicker.
shots, Robert Paxton.
So Robert increases his lead now in the first set, 7 shots to 2.
Set score 7-2 after 5 ends.
So we've got 4 ends remaining.
I don't think Daniel will be too panicked.
Not just yet, just needs to start reaching a little bit. It's one of those things when you know how well you can play and you just start to struggle. It becomes more frustrating.
Oh dear.
Robert's lost the jack.
Lost the jack in the ditch. Gives an opportunity for Daniel to set the length. Brings them out another metre or so.
Oops.
Oh, green marker Mike sending the jack back and Daniel missing it. It's going off into the ditch.
He even got a wick. So, choice of length for Daniel now. Just needs to play himself back into this game.
Rob preferring the longer distances. Daniel preferring not quite
Jet
so
lane
long, the
26
medium
metres.
range. Rob was aiming more the 20, 28, 28 and a half metres. Players have a preference sometimes for the length they like to play towards. All depends how the green is playing as well.
That's right. So it's a good start.
Jason, you've played on this rink a couple of times.
Yes. Yes.
How did you find it?
I think like all the qualifiers, you know, your first time or your first couple of times, you're just trying to get used to it. It's very, very different.
One green.
You know, it can easily suck you into playing the wrong shot.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very draw or drive, you know, kind of a green. The atmosphere is superb, and the venues are superb as well.
Certainly the old yard on, yard and a half on shots are very difficult to play on this
Certainly
green.
are. Yeah, very low percentage.
Sometimes the qualifiers come in not knowing these things and they play them. They actually pull them off as well.
Well, yeah. It was noticeable on Les Gillett's game earlier today. He was playing a range of different paces and playing them very, very well.
Yep.
So, just needs a little improvement here now, Daniel. Promote your own, just slip by.
Well, much better pace that time. That would have reached the jack.
1 green and a measure. Front bow, the gap is 10 inches.
I'll just check and see how much distance there is between the front bowl and the jack. Give him an idea of how much weight he's got to play with.
It's coming down well.
Might still be green, I don't know.
Yep, still 1 green.
Yep, the length bowl. To your, the right of the camera, that's line the shot.
And he's just playing through slightly this time.
He's finished a good place.
Not a bad spot. Rob comes with a couple of feet of weight this time. That could save a bit of embarrassment.
So down the forehand. Just looking just to play into the head. Can just drag the jack through to his own. Be a great result. Just not reached. It's not easy to get another here for Daniel.
Could he let come on his backhand, but that has the danger of possibly pushing Rob's bowl in for shot.
Certainly does.
Any real chances on his forehand. Which is what he's going to play. Looks a bit tighter. But is he going for the under the head to Rob's second? I think he was probably trying that.
Done
He
it.
may have got
Well
two
played.
anyway.
Didn't like it out of his hand, but must have gained another shot maybe there. Certainly looks to.
Rob's having a good look.
How
Doesn't
far's
know.
asking Mike to have a look.
Very experienced
Close.
umpire Marco's Mike.
Close. Empire, please.
Mike does fancy two. Bringing the umpire on to make the adjudication. Wedging the bowl so they don't move. Umpire Alan will use calipers here.
What's the span? Around about 12 inches, is it the span?
Yeah,
green
the
and a
big
measure.
one's about 12 inches. We can range down to about 5 or 6.
Very
with
accurate.
a smaller pair, and obviously we then go to feeler gauges if it's under about half an inch or so to an inch. So there we go. Mike fancied the green.
I think he's right.
I think he might be right. Yep, that's 2.
2 shots, Daniel Salmon.
Good call there by Mike Davis.
Yeah, he's got a good pair of eyes, as Mike.
So Daniel takes a 2. Closing the gap now. 7 shots to 4. Make it a little bit more interesting.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Looking for a good opening bowl now here. Just keeps pulling short.
Yeah, he didn't want that. 4 foot behind wouldn't be too bad, but 4 foot short. Especially down the centre line.
Rob's taking advantage. like it. He's turned his back on it.
Just reaching the seam.
Yeah, he's just
Last
struggling
ball
with his pace.
is just under 2 feet. Yours is about 10 inches.
Yeah, struggling for that 2 foot of pace, 2 foot to a yard.
Yeah, there's been a bad bowl. It's been a short one. We're just getting a little bit cooler in there, maybe with the air conditioning coming on. Well played, Robert. So Daniel in a bit of trouble this end.
Yeah, he
Needs to
loses this
score,
end, he's-
really,
he's in
yeah.
Trouble, 2 ends to go. At the moment he's 2 shots down, so 5 down, 2 ends to play.
Just having a look now. Has it reached?
2 red.
Would have been closer, but still short.
Making it a lot difficult.
And with no black back bowls to play with, he can't really play weight to it either.
So Robert can still just play around the green bowls. Won't make the head any bigger. Swap to the forehand.
Doesn't want to give Daniel a shoulder to lay on here. He perhaps could have played the backhand still. But Rob's the guy out there playing, not me.
Played it well.
Oh, very good bowl that. Very good. That's why he played the forehand. And that's
3
why I'm
red.
sat in here.
Well, sometimes you just got to take your chance now, I think.
Chance that all 3 could go.
Yep, damage limitation now.
It's close.
Got them. Oh, fantastic result.
What a result. Yeah. Have to clear up the debris at the back.
That was absolutely brilliant.
Line 1, possibly 2.
Played the shot perfect. Maximum result there, I think.
Don't know quite what it is, but probably at least 1 green.
Yep. About 18 inches, 2 foot to draw. It's out on a good line, but what's the pace like?
I think it's good.
Should come back at the end. Played it well.
One shot, Robert Paxton.
So Robert takes another single.
Set score 8-4 after 7 ends.
So Daniel will be pleased it wasn't 3 or 4.
Certainly will be. It's a really good drive.
So Rob, I know, only needs to take 1 shot in this next end to secure the first set.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
So yet again, Robert with a good opening ball. Certainly applying the pressure. It's key on this portable rink. First 2 bowls. Put your opposition in all kinds of trouble. Very consistent player, Robert.
It's better to hear from Daniel.
Got the shot.
Slightly unfortunate, I think.
1 green.
Just enough.
Just enough, you should say.
Change your hand or change your pace. Just slightly pulling up. Certainly giving this a wide line.
That's a decent line out there.
Comes back very well.
Well, he's finished behind this time. He's given himself opportunities.
Certainly has.
Needs to score.
There's 2 lines on the backhand down towards the commentary box. There's a slightly tighter line, but the top players were saying it was a slightly heavier line as well.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a kick coming down this way on the hand that Rob's playing now. It goes straight for a little while. Around about now. Just doesn't... There, see, it just went a little bit straighter. Had it not caught that straight line, it would have been straight on the green bowl, I think.
I think that'll be the target bowl now for Daniel. Anything in between Robert's last and the jack will be very good.
One green.
So, a slight adjustment on Robert's last now. Bowls to rest on. Can turn the jack. Down a tighter line. What's the pace like? Looks good. Oh, just too thick.
Well, there's a chance here for Daniel to come down on his backhand. Let's check which hand he was playing then.
I say, hold your left hand out.
His backhand. Take out Robert's bowl. Even a forehand runner, which is very difficult to play anyway, and stay for another shot. He's playing his forehand.
Yeah, I think he's looking at scoring at, a definite 2 this
He's
end.
playing that very difficult pace on, but he's going to be tight. Yeah, doesn't like it.
One
Does score
shot,
the
Daniel
one, though.
Salmon.
Wasn't easy. Takes a single. Leaving himself 3 to tie the set on the final end.
Set score 8-5 after 8 ends.
And don't forget, tomorrow sees the ladies take to the blue carpet for the first time. Kicks off the mixed pairs event.
Meters.
Again, looking forward to 4 cracking games tomorrow.
Certainly will be.
And the ladies having the wall-to-wall to themselves on the Saturday in the ladies match play singles.
Good ball, this is more like it.
That's a good opener.
Always a good start when you're looking for 3.
Rob's had good line and length all day so far, so commentator's curse.
It's not
Excellent
too bad.
line. Just overweight, but
Yeah.
not too bad.
Won't be too worried just yet. Be looking at just packing the head. Can afford to drop a 2. So, can Daniel add a second? Well played.
Yeah, pretty good.
2 green.
Yep. Very good indeed. So there's 2 of the 3 needs.
Target here for Rob.
Yeah, I
If
think
he
he'll go
play a
for
runner,
this.
He'll go for it.
Let's go in early. Got him.
He's definitely about.
Fantastic.
Oh, and that's taken out any chance of Daniel
Fantastic
scoring
ball.
a 3, so that's the end over.
I was going to say that's the end over. So Robert Paxton takes the first set.
One shot, first set, Robert Paxton.
Daniel can regroup now, forget the first set. He's got a chance in the second to win that, get him
That's
back in the
right.
game. Sometimes winning the second set can be a bonus going into the tiebreak.
Certainly can. Obviously everybody wants to win the first set, but so many times we see the player kind of just relax a little bit too much.
Yeah, winning the first set makes you relax, knowing you've got a tiebreak.
And then if you win the second set, you've got the momentum to go into the tie-break. Obviously, rules and tactics change slightly.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Sometimes you see the marker stopping the jack before it's finished its roll, but because we know it's not going to go in the ditch, so we save a bit of time, put it straight on the tee. The jack can never start the game beyond the tee, but it can start the game before the tee, for those of you new to the game.
And of course, in the World Bowls event, we play a 3-metre tee.
Yeah, in general, day-to-day and national competitions, it's generally at 2 metres from the ditch. But here and for TV purposes, we play 3 metres.
So again, Robert being relentless with his first bowl, applying the pressure straight away. Daniel's still just struggling a little bit with his pace.
I don't know whether it was in his game to slow himself down a little bit, just to concentrate a little bit more, but he's obviously happy with what he's doing.
You just feel like sometimes you need to do something.
Something different,
Yeah, just completely something different. Keep trying to change something. Throw your opposition off.
Treat it as a brand new game.
2 red.
That's the beauty of sets play.
So opposite to what the first set was for Daniel, he's just overplaying it. He's obviously conscious of the fact that he was putting up short in the first set, Jason, so
Yeah, I think so.
doesn't want to start that way again, but he's gone the other way a little bit.
Give himself a little bit of a chance.
3 red.
Well, here is a chance.
Yeah, play the same weight, just a little tighter.
Certainly won't want to be dropping a 3 or a 4 on the first end. Looking very good. Wants to get hold of the jack. It's gone sideways at the end. Hopefully, it might have just stayed in.
1 red.
Rob still has a chance to make a few out of this one.
Certainly does.
That bowl being jack high, he won't have any problems with coming in with a foot of pace. Misses either side, there's no real danger. Hits it on the front of it, he could make 2, 3 or 4.
Doesn't want to hit the jack too hard. Oop, it's okay. Should be fine for a double.
2 shots, Robert Paxton.
See the replay there. Bias takes effect. Came back very quick at the end. To be fair, Daniels was very much like that. It looked better than that.
Yeah.
It went a long way sideways at the very end.
The carpet has slowed down from when it was first laid a week or so back. It was running a lot
Jack
quicker
length,
than this.
28.5
Bowls
metres.
were coming in from a long way outside. Slowed a couple of seconds on the pace.
Still probably faster than most greens at the moment.
Oh, certainly, yeah. And all the players are saying it's certainly much quicker than last year's that we had here. So same underlay, same frame, same carpet, just atmospherics and other things that affect it. How tightly it's stretched across the boards.
That's more like it, Daniel. Well played. Good opening bowl. Robert gave him a
Last
chance
ball.
and he took it.
About 4 inches past jack high.
Slightly overplayed this again. It's not bad there. Let's come back up the green.
Two green.
So managed to count another. Robert needs to be taking 18 inches off his last. Bias taking effect now. Very good. Doesn't want the gap.
If there's a hole,
Yeah,
a
it
bowl
goes
will
through
find it, generally.
Certainly bent through the hole.
There's had a beautiful shot earlier today, lying 2 down. Very small gap for a bowl to come through, and he got it perfectly, like to himself.
He did, with very difficult pace as well. Well, Daniel, you can just sit on your own.
If he gets that same hole that Rob got, not quite, but close the hole down.
I think we'll see.
Three green.
I think we'll probably see Robert go for this one. Certainly nothing for short.
Yes. A few opportunities straight onto the bowl. Slightly tighter for the jack.
Yeah, play quick at this.
Playing on his forehand with a lot of pace.
Wants the jack.
That's
Oh,
unfortunate. Got the target. Another inch the other side.
so it's a definite 2 for Daniel. So this is a good chance now.
Compose yourself. Plenty of time. The shot clock won't start
Two
until
green.
the
See on the
markers
replay
are
there.
ready on board. On
Robert
green.
thought he had that. So, still sticking with his backhand.
Yeah, he's got the opportunity to
Sift
lift
the
up
bowl.
Rob's bowl. Bring in the bottom right one of those green bowls there.
Very
I'm
close.
currently counting.
Just wants to stay in now. That's a
That's
cracking
good.
ball. Well played,
good.
Daniel.
Good end for Daniel there. All good bowls, all close.
3 shots, Daniel Salmon.
So, Daniel fights back. Takes the 3 on the second.
Set score 2-3 after 2 ends.
Takes the lead for the first time in the game.
Might just give him a little bit of a confidence boost, that Dan.
Certainly will.
Just what he needs at the moment.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Have a good few ends. Put some pressure onto Robert. Who knows? We could end up in a tie-break, and then anybody's game really.
That's right. Just needs to keep this momentum now. Score a couple of ends on the bounce. That's certainly a good way to start it. We all know he's capable. A little bit of disturbance.
Yeah, I was saying the other day that some players you see out there, a herd of elephants could walk in front of them, they wouldn't worry about it, but if a fly was flying somewhere in the auditorium, others would just stop and
That's right.
wait for the fly to drop.
I think because it's just so quiet, any
Yeah.
noise you hear, it's amplified in a way.
Yeah, there is background noise from the air conditioning, but just the ease of cough, a sweet wrapper being opened.
So,
He's certainly adjusted his weight
1
well.
green.
Start the second set.
yep.
He's brought some family members with him this time in the crowd, and probably many more at home watching,
That's right.
urging him on.
So just a slight adjustment in green needed. Pace was very good. Comes back well at the end, urging it forward.
Just pulling up slightly.
Doesn't make it any easier.
Danny's just being asked to move out the way of the cameras.
Is that enough? No, I don't think so. Probably still just one green, I think.
Right, it's just double checking. Looks a bit closer now.
One green.
Yeah, still green. Rob's having a good look, just to check.
Doesn't believe him. So down on Daniel's forehand. Either side of his own front ball with a length. Just looking to miss the front. Should be enough.
That's good. Pushing that back on Rob.
2 green.
Rob's got to be careful now. There's nothing past the jack. Probably follow Daniel down, I think.
Will he come with a bit of pace, maybe? I don't know.
It's just
How's it looking down there?
nothing past the jack. I think he's just got to just follow Daniel down, just slightly over pace. Sit the bolt.
Is he going to get caught short on Daniel's last bolt? Yep.
He has. So
2 shots, Daniel Salmon.
Daniel takes another double. Increases his lead now.
So Rob was 5-2 up after 4 ends in the first set.
Set score 2-5 after 3 ends.
5-2 up after 3 ends in the second set. So Rob will now be wondering what he needs to do.
That's right, yeah.
That's where the winning the second set ascendancy comes into play.
That's
Jack
right.
28.5 metres.
Just tend to relax. Daniel's just starting to find his length now. Bit of consistency.
Suggesting he doesn't like that, it's a bit too wide, but
On a length, he should come on a length. Well played. This is the key, starting to get his first bowl or two in the head straight away.
good reply from Robert.
Certainly was.
Slightly locking in Daniel's bowl.
Repeat delivery needed. It's not too bad there.
So it's changed from the first set where he's playing too many short bowls. He's got back bowls he can play with.
That's right, giving himself a chance. Always an option available if you've got a back bowl. Just slightly overreached again.
But again, options to play with when you've got those back positions.
Not wasting any time. Already halfway down the green. Just looking for a pace now.
He's dropped short this
He
time.
has.
One
Again,
green.
good line again.
Shot bow to your last bowl. There's no gap. It's touching. Yeah. 14 inches. 5 inches.
Rob
Right.
asking a few questions there.
Mike's earning his money.
Rob wants to know gap between his own 2 red bowls and gap from jack to shot bowl.
What did you have for your
Eventually got
lunch?
the answer he wanted.
He likes it. Looks good.
Oh, well,
There's the
well,
gap
Rob.
again.
Oh,
Another
gone too
gap.
far.
Oh, it's fell
I
back in.
think he's got the shot. from
That will be shot.
Yeah, like indicating one
One
down
red.
to Daniel.
Sorry, Rip.
I'm
Mike
glad he asked how big
apologises.
that gap was.
The gap was big enough to go through.
So, back to Daniel. Looking at playing this bowl out. On a wide line.
Shade over the pace, I think. More than over the pace, really.
Yeah, knew straight away.
2 or 3 yards heavy.
So,
Rob's got to be careful slightly. He can't come at this too much on it. Same bowl as previous, he'll be okay.
yep, certainly will. Sits the green bowl for a double.
Yeah, if the jack comes through the gap, he could be holding 2, 3 or 4.
Exactly. All dependent. I think if
Just
he
gotta
just
be
drawing for
careful.
2, and anything else is a bonus. It's not far. Is it just going to go?
Yeah, just.
Yeah, just going to go.
He was obviously nervous about the wrong shot coming through.
Yeah, doesn't want to drop anything now.
One shot, Robert Paxton.
He's got control of the mat. This will probably go longer than what Daniel's been playing too. Imagine
Set
the
score
28 metre
3-5
length.
after 4 ends.
We're having a good think about this. Do I go long again or do I change it? Let's brought the mat up slightly, 2 metres or so. And he's changed. Has he changed the length? No, we're still looking at about 27 metres.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Yep, just short of the tee. You can see there on the carpet. So we're looking for a good opening bowl. It's looking good. Well played, Robert.
It's a good reply.
One red.
Certainly was. Give himself a chance.
2 inches.
So good effort again by Daniel, just slightly over, but there's nothing for short.
One red.
So Rob's liking this one. Be looking to just get past the jack ideally. Sit the green bowl. It's very close. Even better.
Getting past the jack just.
Yeah.
Might be checking it if it did actually touch, which it did. Couldn't get any closer.
So just hit this.
Not much to hit at. Well, he's opened it up.
Should be just enough to cut it down to a single. It was unlucky there really. Just wanted it a little bit thicker.
Rob acknowledging that was a good shot from Daniel. Could still be 2.
One red.
Nope, just the 1.
So it was a great drive. Down to a single. You can see the jack now. Robert, we're looking at just drawing to the green bowl. Just fell away. So it's still just the one.
Yeah, Daniel's got to be careful not to come with too much pace, get it wrong and remove his own bowls.
Yes, it'll be just slightly over a draw.
Yeah. Trotting back. Doesn't want to use a timeout yet. Does have 5 to play with. Don't think anybody's used any yet.
So down on his forehand. But looking at just arriving onto the bowl or the jack. If it's too quick, it won't bend down there. Very difficult pace that done.
One shot, Robert Paxton.
Yeah,
So
you've got to be right on the money on that one. It did finish back
Set
to
score
centre, just had
4-5
too
after
much
5
pace.
ends.
So Daniel's still got his nose in the lead here. Just one shot in it now, 4 ends to play.
Jack leg, 28 metres.
Robert just asking it to hold. It's a good start. 8 inches of room.
How about you, Jason? When I'm playing, I always find it nice that I can see a jack. If it's hidden away, it makes the game a little bit more difficult for me.
Yes, certainly does. So it's nice to see the target.
Yep.
7 inches.
Hand-eye coordination makes it a bit more difficult when you can't see the jack.
Yep, easier in team games. You've got your players to assist you, help you identify where it is. Good bowl. Left Daniel a bit of a chance now. You can just sit that last bowl, sit back towards the jack. Little grimace there. Just pick this jack up, it's a cracking bowl. Well played, Daniel.
On green.
Keep nibbling away at the ends, win the end.
Just slightly past, about just under half an inch.
Rob checking where his bowl was in relation to the jack. Make sure he can still get in. I don't think Bob's here, is he?
He's urging it. Just going to sit off it. Doesn't make that any easier. Still a chance for Daniel.
He's coming down to have a look, is he?
So, depending on what your fancies, there's a chance he can still play down
Time
there
out.
again. Or
Daniel has 4
also,
timeouts
there's a
remaining.
chance if he wants to play down there, he has got a ball waiting. Couple of options.
Time out there.
Judy Potter.
Always a good sport with the bowls here. Comes in most days. Loves watching the bowls.
Slightly overplayed. Finishing a good spot. Robert needs to be careful. So Robert's looking at probably just drawing down the backhand, looking to sit his own ball.
Yeah, he wants a foot of pace on his last.
Should sit back onto the jack.
Looks better.
Now,
Is he going to sit on his own bowl? No. I think
what's
he's
he getting?
very good.
Now, does he fall away?
Yeah, I'll indicate that one.
Yeah, White doesn't want to get out. It's fallen out anyway.
So Roberts has fell away.
1 red.
1 red.
Still the shot.
So chance here now for Daniel. A big shot on.
His backhand.
Yeah. Just play down his backhand. He can just turn his own bowl onto the jack. Must make a 3 at least.
If he just tickles it on the side, it might be enough to sit it down.
Yeah, just needs to make contact. I think
Decent pace. He's
just skirted by.
half a yard less pace on that. That would have got a good result.
1 shot, Robert Paxton.
Stands.
Oh, chance missed. Robert evens this setup. 5 shots apiece.
Set
Just
score
3 ends to
5-5
play.
after 6 ends.
Yeah, it's a big shot that. Wasn't far away.
Jack length 27 metres.
Unlucky. Good ball there. So Robert looking to play down to this green bowl. Just slightly short. Not far off.
Yeah, 1 red.
And just checking that he was 1 down, which he is. As markers, we generally tend to give the position out after 2 bowls have been bowled by each player, but doesn't stop players asking for clarification. And if it is close, we will tell them anyway.
Yeah, some players like to have more information than others, some just get on with it.
Yeah, some players ask verbally, some raise an eyebrow, and from 30 metres away it's not always easy to see an eyebrow being raised. Some will put their hands up and down, others you just know they want to know every time.
So good effort. Still a chance now for Daniel. Could just lift Robert's bowl.
There's a lot to this marking malarkey.
Just not getting back in time. So Robert's sticking on his backhand.
Yeah, Dan, we wanted to regroup here. He's lost the last 3 ends. Doesn't want to go down into the 8th end behind.
Robert likes this. It's looking very good. Bends to the
Very
green
good.
bowl. It's a very good bowl indeed.
A live bowl, lots of chalk.
2 red.
Daniel needs to be careful
And he's
here.
Very quick. He's coming very quickly down.
Doesn't want to plant his own out.
He looks.
Fantastic
what a great
bowl.
result. He's
Oh,
live
fantastic.
bowl, straight in the ditch.
Now where's Robert Paxton's bowl gone?
1 shot, Daniel Salmon.
Went with it, but Daniel managed to follow the shot down with his bowl for 1 shot. Great result.
It was a cracking shot.
Set score 5-6 after 7 ends.
A little bit of danger involved there, but played it very, very well. Hit the target and got the result he wanted. Sometimes I think, Dan, you've just got to take the chances.
Yeah, you have to. This is the state of the game. No point messing around. If you feel confident, you can draw the jack off with a bit of weight.
I think the younger players, they don't seem to see anything like that. They're
28
very,
and a half metres.
very confident, very attacking players.
I saw yesterday with Andrew Kelly against Alex Marshall how confident he was with the drive shots. He was
Certainly
very
was.
accurate too. Had Alex in all sorts of problems yesterday.
They don't fear much. Daniel's only around about 22 years of age still.
22. Good grief.
I remember 22, I think. It's hard to believe you've seen him so many times out and about.
He won his first Welsh indoor junior singles in 2010.
Very young.
Rob dropping his first bowl very short this time.
The year I won it, I had hair. That shows you how long ago it was. The English under 25s. I've not had hair for a long time.
Long time. I'm getting that way.
So a little bit of a loose end, maybe a little bit of nerves maybe creeping in.
Crucial end, the 8th end. Nobody wants to lose it.
No, I think the player behind will want to score this one.
Of course, all ends are crucial, but towards the end of a set now, even more so.
1 red.
Good adjustment. So Daniel, can you just adjust yourself? Wants to hold out a little bit.
Good weight. Just tighten the line, or is it just
Yeah,
it's very good.
that's enough.
1 green.
Of course, the more Daniel can get this end, the better. If he scores a 4,
Yep.
we're straight into a tie break.
But wanting to just put that little bit of a buffer in. Obviously, Robert doesn't have to win the set. A draw will be enough.
I'm just keen to watch that ball come down. Oh, Rob got a good reply here. No 2 of it, I think.
Yep. It's just turned Daniel's ball away.
2
Is it-
red.
So it is enough to make a 2. It's a good ball.
I'm going to be keen to not drop more than a 2. Hopefully. Have it in his favour. Still a gap between the 2 reds to come in.
I think he's just slightly.
Is he going to get round the
over.
red? He's got round the red.
Oh,
Will
will it
fall
sit?
in? Oh, don't know.
Hard to tell from here.
Might still with 1 red.
It's definitely one.
Rob's made his mind up.
1 red.
So, well
The
played.
shorter red is
Timeout
Shot.
call.
the shot bowl.
Robert has 4 timeouts remaining.
So Robert will now just be looking just to add another shot. And I think he's got a choice of shots here. He can play just down here. Also, there's a nice draw into there.
Suggesting his backhand is probably the safer option.
No, just not getting back.
I think he'll be happy with the 1.
I think he will.
1 shot, Robert Paxton.
So Rob now wins the game.
One end shootout for the second set.
Set
Play
score
this a bit like a
6-6
tie-break
after
in a
8
way.
ends.
So it's just about winning the end. If Robert wins the end, he goes through to the second round. And if Daniel wins, We go into a 3-end tiebreak. And don't forget, we've got
Jack
another
length,
match coming up with you very,
27.5
very
metres.
shortly. Stuart Anderson faces Perry Martin. So both players were wanting to nail this jack with the first bolt. Robert's not far away.
That's a very good opener.
Sat very well. Slightly over. It had to be here. There's nothing for short at this stage.
Don't know whether Rob would be diving for cover now, putting another one in close.
Yeah, it's very difficult, isn't it? You want another one in, but you don't want to make it any bigger.
Yeah, that's right. Slightly wide in the
yeah.
head a little bit.
Probably go for this.
Yeah, he's coming down really quick.
Wants 2 bowls. Very close. Oh, where's it going?
Well, that's made it very difficult for both bowlers now. It's on a
It's slightly under the target. Did get a result. It's certainly better than what it was.
yes. The jack being so wide onto the rink now, it's difficult for Rob to play his backhand, playing forehand under the
One
edge
out.
of the rink.
The mat is just up slightly. He'll know whether he can manage to get to this point or not. So playing across the rink, looking to miss his own short bowl. Very close. He's very close.
That's well. You see the shadow on the rink there from this arena lighting.
red.
That's just inside the edge of the rink. You see a very small white dot on the seam. That is the edge of the rink.
Yeah, so Daniel's going to follow him. He's actually playing at this.
And here's a couple of feet to draw into. He's over the pace, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether he was actually drawing or whether he was playing for the jack. You thought he was drawing.
I don't think you can afford to go for the jacks. They'd quite easily go out the
Grab
side.
the ring. That's I think it was
And
just
the spot's in Rob's favour still.
I think it was just a slip of pace. So Rob, one slightly closer. Slightly wider line. Is he going to get robbed by his own bowl? I think he is. Just inside. So Daniel,
He obviously didn't want to get too close because Daniel might decide to come down and take them all out. But
18 inches to stay in the championship. Line looks good. Line looks
There's the
very
pace.
good.
pace looks
He's
excellent.
having a look. I think he's done this.
What a bowl. Got to stop. Got to stop. Yes. I think he's
Well
done it.
played, Daniel Salmon. Pressure bowl there.
One shot, second set to Daniel Salmon. Match tiebreak.
Fantastic bowl.
It's deserved of a tie break. We've got one.
Looked good all the way down. And then at the end it looked like it was just going to bend away. Fantastic pressure shot. So we're going to a
Daniel won
3-end
the toss
tiebreak.
and was give the jack to Robert in the first end.
And it's ends 1 rather than a cumulative score. So the first person to win 2 ends will go through into the second round, where they will face Les Gillett.
This is where the rules slightly change. The winner of the toss has the option of keeping the jack or giving it away in the first and third ends. And the opposing player has the choice in the second end.
Jack length, 28.5 metres.
A lot of players favour setting the length, a lot of players favour having the last bowl of an end.
That's correct. I always tend to go for last bowl because no matter how well you're playing on a length, there's always that element of just losing on a little bit of, bad fortune.
That's right.
At least you've got one bowl to change it round. Now, can you nail it with your first, Robert?
It's pretty good. I'm very happy with that one. Front toucher.
Certainly the bowl you want for a starter. Front toucher is always better than a back toucher. So Daniel will be looking at getting as close as he can just to build this head for himself.
This is not a bad reply, you know, Jason.
He's very close.
He's nibbled it.
Oh, look at that. Fantastic.
Found blood in that shot. Couldn't see it.
Jack,
Didn't make a difference.
the bowl is about just under an inch short of Jack high.
Just shows you how quickly sets play can turn round. Robert might go for this.
Yep, both bowls are touchers. Both still live if they go in the ditch. He's
Does he
close
get the
to
jack?
this. He's close. And
He's got
a
the
touch
jack.
too
It's
as
going with
well.
him.
His own bowl remains live.
Yeah, the jack's about 2 feet from the ditch.
Green bowl is a live bowl. The red is but alive as well. Marked with chalk.
Entertaining tie-break end.
Daniel has 2 or 3 feet to draw into.
Just needs to settle your nerves, Daniel.
Daniel going on his backhand. It's a decent line here, Jason.
It's looking very good.
Just lacking the pace, is it?
One red. Jack on the
Still
ditch,
red.
2 feet.
Right, confirming it's 2 feet from the ditch, the jack.
It's just a sighter. Daniel's still got 2 balls left to come.
It's on a good line as well from Robert.
Well played, Robert. That's a cracking bowl.
Excellently
2
played.
red.
It's just sticking out so he can see it. Can afford just to arrive onto the bowl now, or the jack.
Yeah, he's got a chance here. Very good line again. How's his pace this time?
Well, Daniel,
Looks good.
he's only played this again. What
Oh,
a tremendous
superb.
bowl.
And a touch of ticket.
What a tremendous bowl.
A good display of bowls these last few ends.
Absolutely fantastic.
1 green.
Both players absolutely playing fantastic now.
What Rob's going to do here is he's facing a toucher against.
I think we might just see maybe a runner down the backhand, maybe just try and flick the bowl away.
Yeah, possibly. If he gets the jack as well, the jack could be heading towards Daniel's toucher in the ditch on the other side of the rink.
Yeah, as for a timeout, Robert has got a bowl directly behind in the ditch, which is live. So, if you can just flick the bowl away, push the jack into the ditch.
He's coming with a bit of pace.
He's
How's
having
this
a
looking?
look. Now, very close. Very close. Oh, dear.
You can win and lose this game by
Dear
fractions.
me.
So Daniel takes the first salvo.
So, the Welshman
Daniel
goes
Salmon.
into the lead, takes the first tie-break end. He was literally fractions off that.
Yeah, Rob face said it all.
Certainly did.
So close and yet so far.
So, Daniel's been given the jack. Robert will have the last bowl. So number 6 seed's in trouble now.
So could we see our second seed casualty in 2 days?
Yes.
Or will Rob regroup?
Jack length,
Take
27.5
the
metres.
next 2 ends. Rob's been here since the rink was available for practice last Wednesday. And putting in some hard long hours.
On the edge of the seats back in Wales, all his supporters be looking it in.
Daniel only arrived here late last night, I believe, or yesterday afternoon.
So Robert, well played.
It's a good reply. Got to run. Got to run.
Yep, so good for starters that. Just sat in.
Close.
Favourite last bowl?
Like favouring the green.
So the last 5 or 6 ends, Danny's certainly shown his, his ability. We're struggling early on in the game.
Yep, we knew he had the capabilities.
Certainly does.
One green.
Now all the pressure's on Rob.
Yep. Still open, you can still get at it.
Got to drop off that line now.
Just a ball wide, that's all. So, Rob's got to decide now.
It's just slightly past.
Still got 2 balls left. There's nothing for short, Dan.
No, Rob knows that. If you're looking to just come through a foot or so.
Sit either bowl or turn the jack, should be enough.
Got a good line here.
You can run off this.
He's on a cracking line here.
Oh, well played. Well played indeed. So Robert takes it back.
One red.
So Daniel, nice plant available. Again needs to arrive.
I don't think he's given that enough.
No, he goes very quick down there with pace. Well,
very difficult shot to play that one anyway.
It certainly is.
Second end, Robert Paxton.
So third end tiebreak.
Yeah, sudden death.
That's where the rules do change slightly again. This is the only time that the players can elect to kill an end. They have to nominate. They could nominate for all 4 bowls. If they do kill it, we have a replayed end.
Yep, good to see a nice friendly handshake there from Daniel.
Yeah, it's been a good game.
More good luck than all the best.
Yeah. May the best man win.
Certainly.
Jack length, 28 metres.
I think it'd be fair if either of these won.
I think both would be disappointed to win. Sorry, be disappointed to lose. Sorry.
I'll have the vodka back.
Getting it around the wrong way.
So, as close as you can, Robert, needed. Good bowl. Been playing some great opening bowls, Robert. Very consistent with his first bowl. Is it making the trip?
It's
Group of
close.
applause, yeah.
That's a good measure for shot.
Mike sitting on the fence.
Doesn't do that often. In a short time he had to check that. He couldn't split them.
Probably have a better look in a minute.
Yeah, he's got a bit more time. Or when a player asks him to go and have a very good look, see if he favours one or the other.
Robert's dropped this.
Daniel probably knows that if he just nudges his own bowl, it will definitely be shot. Rob's going to go and have a good look. That's
On the
Daniel's
other
playing.
hand. Looks a little bit wide.
It does.
Bit
Coming
nervy
back
out
to
there,
him.
I think, Dan.
So Rob's had a good look. He knows the situation.
Yeah, Mike's having a look.
Giving us the benefit of his wisdom.
I think the winning ball's still to be sent.
Pace looks good.
Certainly does. It's coming back now.
I think you can say that's definitely the shot
Yeah.
as it stands.
Bit of a target. Might see Daniel go for this.
Mike just showing it was one down, so maybe at the moment before that Daniel was holding a shot.
Well, he's trotting up after it. Can he get just inside?
This is a better
Is he there?
pace. This is a better pace.
Is
Come
he
on.
there?
Oh. Oh. Not quite.
All kinds of problems.
1 red and a measure.
I think he just needed to have reached that.
Mike's still sitting on the fence with the second shot. Rob asking him for a very good look this time.
All right, called.
You know, the marker can have a favour on one of the two, but shadows, different colours can all make a difference out there.
Certainly can. He's having a look.
That's another
Pulls
close
in.
one. That's probably the second. Interested players in the players' lounge.
All having a look. Well, there's a couple of options here now for Daniel. He can play straight through for the jack,
Right, called.
or depending on how confident he feels,
Daniel
look
has
at lifting
4
his
times
own ball
remaining.
in. It's not so easy when the pressure's on, Dan. So, last ball to keep his hopes alive. He's going for the jack.
His backhand runner.
Now, what
Close to the
angles is he
front ball.
getting? Oh,
He's got the respot. Who's got the respot? I think it might be Daniel.
now who's got this respot? Mike,
place
this
it
has
on there
never been more
carefully.
important where you put this jack.
I think both players might call for a measure here.
Looking at Rob, I think he fancies his.
Mike's fancying Robert's red as well.
Just looking at the body language, I think Robert fancies his.
Who knows?
Well, we have a measure to decide this match. A very tense measure. He was in the area, Daniel. Unless he got
Yeah.
a clean jack, it was always about angles, unfortunately. Now, this should show us.
I think it might be red.
Looks
Yeah,
like red.
up a half an inch or so.
So, just having a little final check.
Yep.
So Robert Paxton
Third
takes
end
the
of the match, Robert
tiebreak end
Paxton.
and goes through to the
Third end
second round to face Les Gillett. Thanks for your company down this afternoon.
It's been a pleasure. See you later.
See you all shortly for the next match, which
Ladies
is
and
Stuart
gentlemen, I think a
Anderson
really
against Perry
quite an
Martin.
enthralling game of bowls. Amazing skill from both players. Give both players a round of applause. Congratulations to Robert.
Both of them are sweating like nobody's business.